Hi, and welcome to this Pilates Yoga Fusion class. For class, can you go ahead and collect some props? You'll need one squishy ball, a Pilates squishy ball, one strap, a nice long strap, and one block. And we will start standing. Come and stand tall in the center of your yoga mat. Let your hands flop down alongside your body and close your eyes. Close your eyes, and without changing a thing, can you simply notice how your body stands, how your body exists in space? Notice if you have a tendency to fall forward. Notice if there's a big arc in your lower back or a little more rounding in your lower back. And from there, can you try to find a place that feels like neutral? A place that feels like neutral. So away from this big arc, away from this big rounded lower back, and somewhere in the middle. We'll call that your neutral spine for the sake of this practice. Preserve that neutral spine. And now can you actively engage your core? Just notice what that feels like. Engage your core. You might feel your pelvis lift up. You might feel your legs activate alongside it. And then relax your core. Good. Try to engage your core again, really, really strong. You're knitting through the front ribs and relax. And on this third round of core engagement, can you try to engage even deeper? Even deeper. So imagine that you could move beyond the rectus abdominis into some of those deep transverse abdominal muscles. Good. Relax your stomach completely. Drape your arms alongside your body. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands together in prayer at your heart as you lower your hips down into a squat. Inhale, straighten both legs, reach both arms up. You might drift your gaze to your thumb. Exhale, lower down into your squat. Again, inhale, extend both arms up. And exhale, lower down into your squat. Try that a few more times. You're moving your body with your breath, working through this organic energy in the upper body, right? So the softness and this muscular energy in your lower body as your glutes and your quads really have to work to get you into that deep squat. One more time, and then hold in your squat. Holding your squat, keep your hands pressed together at heart center. If it's helpful, push them together even further. So you create this little resistance, and now begin to pulse. That means your bum is rising and falling just a few inches, not so many at all. Pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten everything up. Take your hands alongside your body. Close your eyes. A big breath comes in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Brilliant. From here, could you bring your block around in front of you? And in fact, keep a wall nearby. Keep a wall. Maybe go and stand towards the wall, rather. And now could you take both feet up onto your block? The wall is here to support you if you feel unsteady, because it gets a little bit rickety in here. So in this place, the balls of your feet are on the block and your heels are off the block. Now could you drop both heels down, stretching out your calf muscles? Lift both heels up and come onto the balls of your feet. There's so much internal activation happening here. So the body is trying to splay out. That will throw you off balance. Instead, can you pull it in, hugging in towards your midline? Good. Lifting those heels up and releasing your heels down. What would happen if you just lifted that right heel up, drop the heel down, lift the left heel up, and drop the heel down? So if working on balance is new to you, this might be a modification. It feels like you're going for a nice cruise on a bicycle, but maybe you keep pulsing the heels up and down, finding that full body integration. So there's this attention and awareness to what's happening in your core, in your glutes, in your hamstrings and your quads. Everything is working together to keep you balanced and strong. Try that one more time. Come up nice and high. Sink down nice and low. Feel that good calf stretch. Brilliant. And then take yourself off the block. Place your block out to the side. We'll use it later on in class. Stand now with your feet beyond hip distance apart, so about the distance of your mat, and your toes pointing out in opposite directions. Find your hands. Inhale, reach your arms up as you come into a squat. Your knees are tracking over your ankles. Exhale, your hands come to your heart. Again, inhale, sink into your squat. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Keep moving through these deep squats. And as you do this, could you imagine that there's a sense of resistance at the outside, the exterior edge of your thighs? Push your thighs into that resisting place. See if you can really feel the muscles of your glutes there. Good. Keep pulsing. We'll do this for 5. Notice the heart rate waking up. 4. Knees tracking directly over your feet. 3. Breath comes in through your nose and out through your mouth. 2. And 1. Linger here. Hold here. You're deep in your squat. And if it feels appropriate to take your knees wider, that's absolutely fine. From here, could you lift up your right heel? Drop it back down. Lift up your left heel and drop it back down. Alternate from right to left. And notice how the torso might want to lean forward. Instead, can you pull it back? Set your shoulders right above your hips and allow the leg muscles to do the work here. Option A, keep alternating. Option B, lift both heels, drop both heels down. Lift both heels, then drop both heels down. Lift both heels, drop both heels down. Option 3, lift both heels. Can you pulse your bum up and down? It's those tiny pulses, just like the ones we did in chair pose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do anything for 4, 3, heels high, 2, and 1. Really, really good. Come on forward, step forward, shake out your limbs, and let's catch our breath. Take a moment, close your eyes, stand up tall, mountain pose. Inhale. And exhale. Notice the wonder of what just a few minutes, literally just a few minutes of movement practice can do. Good. From here, could you come and lie down on your yoga mat? Come and lie down on your yoga mat and bring your squishy ball with you. Place that right beneath your shoulder blades. Good. Make sure you have clearance behind you. I've got a little glass of water here that will move out to the side. And just allow your whole upper back and your head to roll over that top. Take a breath in here. Notice the rib cage. Exhale. Very good. Now from here, interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your head up. So you're hovering in space here. Your elbows are within your peripheral vision. Good. Let's try some tiny pulse crunches. Lifting and lowering, not to the ground, but instead just a few inches, just like those pulses you did in your squat and chair pose. Can you rise and fall? Continually driving the pubic bone towards the belly button as you knit your front core in. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, go ahead and roll all the way over your prop. Take a big therapeutic breath in and a sigh out through your mouth. Good work. Come back up again. And this time, could you lift up your right foot and your left foot? Lower your right foot, lower your left foot. And notice where that's working through your core. If you want to do this without the prop, that's absolutely fine. Push your head down into your hands and lengthen through the crown of your head. Lift your right leg and now tap your right leg back down. Lift your left leg, tap your left leg back down. Good. Can you do this a few more times? And as you do, try to limit the movement, the momentum that's happening through your torso. Good. So it feels like it's really just your legs going on a march here. And now when your legs come up, could you leave both of those legs up and try 10 more of these little pulses with your legs here in tabletop. Keep pushing through for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet, roll over your prop, take a big breath in, and exhale. Good. Let's take that squishy ball out for this next set of movements and observe the way our body feels with and without it. You can bring your squishy ball back in at any time. You can keep your feet planted nice and firm on the floor, about hip distance apart and parallel, and interlace your hands beneath your head again. Find your elbows in your peripheral vision. Take a breath in through your nose, and with your exhale, peel your shoulders up off the floor. Now leave your shoulders and your head and your neck lifted. Lift up your left leg, tap it back down. Lift up your right leg, tap it back down. Continue this alternating march movement or heel tap again and again, noticing if you have gotten flat and feeble through the belly, could you imagine you're buckling up a seatbelt and really engaging and strengthening your core? The next time your legs come up, go ahead and hold them up. Lift your shoulders up a little higher. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, simply extend your right leg on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, pull it back in. Exhale to extend your left leg. Inhale, pull it back in. Continue this little bicycle action, alternating left to right, side to side, while preserving the integrity of your midline, your trunk, this whole architecture of your belly and your core is holding your body in place. Good. The next time your right leg goes into extension, could you pick up your right elbow and take it towards your left knee? Roll back through neutral. Bring your right knee back to table. Extend your left leg. Take your left elbow towards your right knee. Pull back through center, alternating with bicycle curls, twisting and rotating from side to side for 5. Breathing in and out. 4. Zip up through your core. 3. You've got this. 2. Really good. Last one. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Close your eyes and take a few big, big breaths. The kind of breaths that give you a sense of relief. All right. Can you go ahead and take your hands under your thighs? Under your thighs, preparing to roll like a ball. And if you have spinal back issues, you might opt out of this one. Otherwise, we're going on a little ride back and forth, massaging out all of the erector spinae muscles that support our spinal cord as we rock and roll the body up and down. The next time you come up, could you zip up through that midline again? Imagine there's a giant magnetic strip hugging everything in, and pause. Either keep your hands behind your thighs or extend them out alongside your legs. Your legs can be straight or bent. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, reach your arms back as you lower down, just to hover. Inhale, pick it all back up. Exhale, extend your legs and your arms. Inhale, pick it back up. Try that one more time, extending, coming all the way back up. Good. And then drop your knees down, your feet down, and extend your legs. Roll over your thighs. 3 deep breaths here. Good. Lift up your heart and your chest. Rotate your body around and come down onto all fours for some more focused work on the glutes. When you land on all fours, set yourself up for success. So your shoulders are above your wrists, your hips are above your knees, your spine starts in this neutral positioning. So again, you can play with that anterior tilt, the big arch, and a posterior tilt, and then find that sweet spot in between. And let's move through a few therapeutic cat-cow shapes. Inhale, drop your belly down, loop your shoulders back, lift your heart up, look up. Exhale, puff between your shoulder blades, round into your upper back, and peer right towards your navel. 3 more spinal undulations at your own pace and to your own discretion. So if there's a particular way you need to move your spine right now, that's okay. If it's more of a lateral movement, a bigger or a smaller movement, you tune in and listen to what your body tells you. Good. Work your way after those 3 cat-cow movements onto all fours. Really set your right knee down and your left hand down. Tie up your belly button and reach your right arm and left leg back, turning your left toes to face the earth. Inhale, lift your right hand higher, your left foot higher. And as you exhale, could you point your left toes and tap the top of your left foot and the top of your right hand on the floor? That's it. Inhale, pick it all back up. So continue these toe and finger taps while holding on to the strength in your shoulder joint, continually imprinting through the surface of your left hand, while hugging your belly button in, reducing any pain or strain on your lower back. Good. One more time. When your arms come up, hold them up, look up, take a breath in, and exhale, release that right hand. Take both knees wide and slouch back into a child's pose if that feels okay on your body. In child's pose, tiptoe your hands forward. Dig all 10 fingers into your mat, like you're trying to penetrate down through the mat into the floor. Take a breath in across the upper back. And as you exhale, push forward with your fingers like you're trying to send your mat away ahead of you. Good. One more little experiment here. Inhale, drag that mat towards you. And finally release. Pull your body back up onto all fours. Onto the other side, we travel. Keep your right hand and your left leg steady. Extend your right leg and your left arm. Your belly is contained through the midline. Breathe here as you elevate your hand and your heel. And with the exhale, the top of your foot and the top of your hand inch to touch the floor. Pick it all up on an inhale. Exhale to lower. Good. Pulsing in and out of this shape. Can you pull energy up through your armpit? So that right armpit. Think about siphoning or sucking up through your right armpit to give a little more strength and stability to your right shoulder. Really good. Try one more just like that. And release. Your knees are wide again. This time, as you sink into your child's pose, you might opt to add a little lateral stretch for your spine. Walk both hands over to the right and then play with those different imprints. So push your fingers down, pull them back, press them away until you find the stretch or the version of this serratus and side body stretch that feels good for you. Other side, same thing. Just play with different variants of this shape. Good. Walk your hands in. Let's come back up onto all fours yet again. Spread your fingers wide. If you need to do this from your forearms, you can, but please set blocks underneath of them so you have a little more height. And from here, could you take your right leg and lift your right leg up, extend it back, just as you did before. You got it. And now lift your right heel up a few inches and drop it down a few inches. Lift that right heel up and drop it down. As you start to get into the motion here, it becomes familiar. Remember all the other parts of the body that are helping make this safe and strong for you. Can you engage your left glute? Can you pull those front ribs in, puff between your shoulder blades, elongate through your neck? So it's not just the leg that's doing the work. The whole body is collaborating to do the work with the leg. Good. Next time you pulse up, bend your knees, same thing. Just pulse that foot up and down a little more isolated here into your glutes, breathing and pulsing. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7. Restore the strength in your core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Extend that leg. Open your right leg out to the right. Could you tap your right toes down for rainbow kicks? Inhale, bring your right leg back through center. Cross it over the left leg and tap your right toes down to the left. Back and forth, side to side. Feels like a little windshield wiper action here. And could you imagine that this windshield wiper is moving through one of those wild snowstorms? So it's a bit mucky, it's a bit rough. You have to stay strong and stable from your core to your foot to preserve this strength. Keep going for 3. 4, 2. Really good. And last one, all the way across. And then pull that leg in. Go ahead, sit back on your heels. Take your hands up, make fists with your hands, drop those fists down, and take a little begging dog. So your fists just rattle from side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Great job. Come forward for that same sequence on the opposite side, stabilizing now with that right leg as you extend your left leg back. Tiny pulses with your left leg, all the while keeping that leg extended and that left hip on a nice, gentle internal rotation. Pull your belly button into your spine, feel the lumbar back expanding. Breathing here for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got this. 2, and 1. Bend at the knee, the foot is flat, and put your footprint right on the ceiling as you lift and lower. Again, a tiny movement. Notice if you're arcing, your lower back is huge. There'll absolutely be an arc here, but it doesn't need to be big. See if you can bring your ribs in and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Extend that leg back out. Open it towards the left. Tap your toes to meet the floor. Lift them back up. Cut across right over your right leg and tap your toes down again. So this windshield wiper movement through that storm, pushing all of the muscular strength you have in your glutes, in your hamstrings, and even across your core to keep this trunk steady and this movement fluid. Keep going for 3. Good. 4, 2. That's it. The last one all the way through to either side. And come back to center. Sit back onto your heels. Take your left hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. A big side body stretch here. Good. A few breaths. Teeter-totter your weight over to the other side. And finally, come back through center. Take your hands back behind you. Pierce your fingertips into the floor. Loop your shoulders back. Lift your heart and your chest open through that deep front line of connective tissue. Breathe in and breathe out. Really good. Come on to your side. You can bring your ball with you. Come on down to your left side. You might bring your ball with you and place your head right down onto that ball. The alternative is to extend your left arm up alongside your left ear. Continuing our work into the glute sides of the body, take your fingers onto the floor and begin to move through clamshell. So a simple action of opening and closing your thighs. As you do this, can you drive that left lateral body, so the left side ribs, the left skin on your side body, up away from the floor? I could, in fact, send a little pencil or a piece of paper underneath there without touching your skin. Good. Keep pushing that leg open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hold here. Lift up the bottom foot. So now both your foot and your knee are lifted. And practice some shell arcs. Tap your right knee to your right knee to your left knee, and then right heel to your left heel. Really slow, kind of half circular motion you're creating here as you drive more and more and more muscular work into your back side. Remember to keep that left side of your body elevated away from the floor. 4, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it at the top. Extend your right leg, your top leg out. And now could you reach that right leg forward, internally rotate it, and tap your right big toe onto the floor. Lift your right leg up, pull it back. Similar to those little rainbow movements we did previously, you're coming forward and back. Not too many repetitions here. I know your glutes are getting tired. That's 3. Good. 2. Side body's lifted. And 1. Brilliant. Release that leg. Feel out that hip. Your glutes. Roll onto your back. Take your right ankle across your left thigh. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh, maybe in front of your left shin. There's not a chance my hand will get in front of my left shin after all of that glute work. And breathe here. This invites some stretch, some more yin-like stretch to your IT band, your TFL. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Very nice. Unwrap those legs. Roll on over to the other side for that same sequence on the other side. Again, you can take the squishy ball under your head. You might choose to use your arm, bend into your knees, level that side body away from the floor, and begin these easeful pulses up and down. Sometimes this floor work is a great chance to recenter and ground, to slow down your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that left knee up, or lift the left foot up, and now start those shell arcs. So it's the internal rotation to the external rotation. Internal as you tap your knees, external as you tap your heels. Pulsing the body in and out for 5. Good. Side body lifted. 3. Breath comes in through your nose and out through your mouth. This time, can you lift that left leg up, extend it out behind you, find stability, and now reach your left foot forward, internally rotate and tap your left toes down. Lift it back up, return back through center. Feels quite mechanical, this one, as you're just moving a machine in space. Only 3 more to go. You can anticipate that big, delicious thread the needle hip stretch. 1 more to go. Perfect. Bend into that knee. Ooh, roll onto your back. Catch your left ankle over your right thigh. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Savor 5 breaths here. You deserve it. Unwrap your legs, take the hands behind your thighs. Could you practice rolling up like a ball 3 more times? And on that 3rd time, come all the way up to seated staff pose. So take both legs out in front. Find your long strap and place that strap around the balls of both feet, holding the strap into your hands. Good. Take a deep breath in. Think about keeping your chest lifted this whole time. And as you exhale, can you just pull that strap back right alongside your body? That's it. So your spine stays long. Everything's as is. The only difference is that your hands are dragging that highly resistant band back to meet your hip. Good. Push through here for 5. Strong lats. 4, 3, and 2. Last one, really good. Pause here in center. Take a breath in, reestablish some strength and length through your spine. And do that same work, but open out towards the side. Good. So you're pulling that strap down, palms face down, and then returning back through center. Not much of a difference in the way it looks, but I hope you're feeling a bit of a distinction in the parts of the arm muscles this is targeting. Push through here for 5. Into the triceps we go. 4, and 3, 4, 2. Last one. Good. Let's go back and do 5 final repetitions in the initial. Pull back for 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Hold forward. Move that strap out of the way. 5 breaths here. 5 big breaths. Inch your body back up. Now, could you come to lie down on your tummy? Lie down on your tummy with some space. So again, anything that might flop or get knocked over, move it out towards the side. And set your body up in an X shape. Place your forehead on the floor. Palms are facing down. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, could you just lift your head and your chest? Your limbs are staying glued to the floor. Inhale, lower back down. Try that 2 more times. Exhale, just lift your head and your chest. Easy breezy, lower back down. Again, lift your head and your chest. You got it. Lower back down. Adding on now, take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your right arm, and your left leg. Lower back down. Lift your left arm and your right leg. Lower down. Keep alternating side to side. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting the breath keep the practice steady and fluid. Really good. Take a little break here at the bottom. Rest your head, your neck, and your chest. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Good. From here, could you take an inhale and on the exhale, lift it all up. Inhale, lower it all down. Exhale, lift it all up. Inhale, lower it all down. Last time, lift it all up. And now bring your hands together and your feet together. Then open them wide out beside you. Lift your arms and your feet together. Open them wide. This feels a bit like a belly flop jumping jack. Keep going here for 5. Good. 4, pubic bone is rooted. 3, your core is strong. 2. And last 1. Nice work. Rest your head down on some folded arms. Swivel your hips from side to side. A few breaths here. Press your hands into the mat. Lift up and back, child's pose. Feel the elongation on your spine, resting your chest, resting your belly. And now sweep your body up, up, up. Come all the way up into a high plank. If you're about at empty on your physical energy gas tank, can you just hold high or low plank? Otherwise, work on keeping the torso strong as you drop your right elbow and then your left elbow. Straighten your left arm and then your right arm. Drop your left elbow, now your right elbow. Straighten your right arm and then your left arm. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose and exhale. Last time, and then we cool down. Come forward to high plank and drop your right elbow down, followed by your left elbow. Straighten your left hand, followed by your right hand. Drop your right elbow down, followed by your left elbow. Straighten your right arm, followed by your left arm. Bonus points if you choose to drop your knees. Separate your palms wide and pulse through tiny micro push-ups for 5, 4. I promise it's done after this. 3, 2, last 1. Good. Sink back, child pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lift yourself up to a seat. Roll your shoulders back. 3 great big shoulder rolls in one direction. And of course, 3 great big shoulder rolls in the other direction. Could you sweep your body around and come to lie on your back? Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock your weight from side to side. Let your knees fall over towards the right before you spread your arms wide, melting into that deep spinal twist. Good. Drift your knees back through center. And as your hips fall right, your knees fall to the left now. Deep spinal. Collect your legs back through neutral. As your spine is uneasy, you can take your feet mat distance, flip your knees in, rest your hands on your belly, and take a few final moments here in constructive rest. The other option is always Shavasana with your palms flat alongside your body. Any type of movement practice takes us out of our habits, of our day-to-day tendencies or samskaras, they're known in yoga, and provides us with an opportunity to reset, to reflect. So I invite you, as you let your body slump down into this place of rest, I invite you to craft a intention for yourself. What do you need? What do you need to let go of? What do you dream of, feeling or being? And let that intention wash over your body for just a few moments of quiet here. I will pull you out. Enjoy. Please start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slide your head from left to right. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale into a softened place. Bend into both knees, shift over onto that right side, and crawl your strong body up to a cross-legged seat. Be proud of the movements you've made as you take your hands to your heart and thank yourself for carving out the space to do this work. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.